So this is going to be the first episode of starting to fix the Audi A3 that I bought from Copart, the cheapest Audi A3 in the country right now. So in this video, we're going to start off with fixing one of the main things that was wrong with the car, and you can probably see it right now. It's the bonnet. I've already changed it. So I started off with fixing one of the main things, which was the bonnet, because if you remember from the last video, the bonnet was bent on that side, and also it wouldn't close, as in it wouldn't lock. So the bonnet was like halfway open. So yeah, this was the first thing that I changed because I wanted to drive the car as well, and I found it for very cheap. I only paid £40 for this bonnet. However, as you can probably see, it's not the same color. It's slightly darker, but that's fine because I'm going to be respraying the bonnet anyway, because it does have some imperfections on it, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Also, for everything that I do to the car, like fixing it or modifying it or changing anything, whatever it could be, I'm going to be putting a price on each video, and by the end of the project, we're going to see how much I spent on the car by fixing it and modifying it. So let me actually pop the bonnet and explain what was wrong with the bonnet, because even with the new one there was still issues with it. So you can probably see right now that the bonnet is slightly darker than the wing or the whole car in general. So yeah, the bonnet is nowhere near perfect. It does have some rust here, and this edge is slightly bent, and there's tiny little dents. There's one there, and I believe there's another one there. But when I take the bonnet to be resprayed, I'm gonna ask the garage to fix all of these things and it'll be like brand new. So basically the old one was slightly bent, as I said, and I thought that's what caused the bonnet not to close or lock into place. So I thought when I replace it with the new bonnet, it'll just be fine and lock and everything, it'll be perfect. But that wasn't the case. So we started removing the old bonnet, which was very easy. It only took 5 minutes. I did it with my brother-in-law because I couldn't do it myself. So we put the new one on, we put back the strut that's holding the bonnet, everything was fine. And then I went to close the new bonnet and it still wouldn't lock. So let me actually show you what the problem was, why it wasn't locking. So when we tried to close the bonnet, this piece here, this latch or whatever, is supposed to lock in place in here. And obviously when you pull the lever from the inside, it unlocks it. But what was happening was this thing was a bit forward. It's like it was coming somewhere over here and it wasn't like aligned with this. So what we think happened was whenever the hit was at the front, as you guys can see, the crash bar is slightly bent down there. So maybe this frame, because this is metal, got pushed back a little bit. So what we did was we tried to pull it out ourselves, but it didn't really work. So we used my brother-in-law's car to push the frame forward a little bit. And it did actually fix the problem. So now, as you guys can see, it locks into place. Obviously the bonnet is not perfectly aligned because when I take it to get resprayed, most likely the body shop will take it out to respray it. So I'm not too worried about the panel gaps at the moment. So that's the first thing I've done in order to make the car drivable, and it's basically a halfway done fixed, because the only thing that's left to do is the headlight, which I already ordered, and obviously the grills, but we will do that when we replace the headlight, because we need to take the bumper off. So we'll do that all at once. So yeah, that's one major thing done. I'm not sure how much they'll charge me to respray the bonnet. I believe around £100-ish. So it'll cost me around £150 to get the bonnet looking like brand new, which is amazing because I was looking at second-hand bonnets, different color, and they go for around £100. So the fact that I managed to find it for £40 is very good. So there's one more issue that we're gonna have to fix that I haven't told you about, that is inside the car. So let's get inside and I'll show you what the problem is. So I accidentally lost the footage that explained what was wrong with the car inside. So long story short, when I turned on the climate control, there was no air blowing out. So what you're about to see right now is me trying to diagnose the problem. So I started off with the fuse box, and then I'm gonna let you continue watch the rest of the video to see what was the problem. So the fuse box is located just here. And we need to check for blower or blower motor or something like that. Okay, I found this. So it's number 22, it's 40 amps, and it says blower on it. So I'm gonna look at the diagram here and see which one it is exactly. 22, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 down. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's okay, it's right here. Okay, the fuse looks to be good. As you can see, the fuse is not broken. It looks like brand new, so we're gonna have to check the blower now. So in order to remove the glove box, there's actually quite a lot of bolts, which are unnecessary in my opinion. But we need to take this cover again, just like the other side. Okay, so there's one just here, and they're all 8 millimeters, if you guys are wondering. These are the screws, or bolts actually. So now we open the glove box, and there's one just below where the bulb is, where the light is. There's one there, and there should be 3 on top and 3 at the bottom. Okay, let's remove this one first. Okay, so yeah, there is actually 3, one here, and one here. So let me quickly remove these. And now there should be another 3. So actually there's 2 at the bottom, one on the left and one on the right. So there's not 3, it's 2 at the bottom. Guys, I picked the worst weather to film a video. It's literally raining on me right now, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, now the glove box should just come off, hopefully. Okay, that was pretty easy. Now let me show you what the blower motor is. So the blower motor is actually inside here. So in order to take it off, there's this clip here that we need to pull down and then just twist it anti-clockwise, I believe, and then it will drop out. So yeah, let's do that quickly. Okay, so here's the blower motor, and it's not stiff, but it's not really going smooth. We'll try to just make it free, spin freely. So I'm gonna spin it with my hand a few times, and hopefully this frees it up a little bit. But if it doesn't work after that, then we'll put some WD-40 on it. But it's a little bit better now than before, so let's actually try it out and see if it's gonna work. Okay, ignition. Let's see the moment of truth. No way. No way, this actually fixed it. Okay, I mean that was very easy, but still I'm gonna put a little bit of WD-40 just in case. But if your blower doesn't work, that's the way to fix it, guys. I'll just put some here on the top, like that. Let's twist it again. Oh yeah, now it's much better. Okay, now let's try and put it back up here. So what's left to do is just put the glove box back on, same way I took it off with these bolts here, and then test it again if it actually blows hot or cold air. Okay, let's start the car and give it a try. Okay, you can hear it this time, and it's blowing air. Okay, and finally I have some heating now, because before obviously it wasn't blowing anything and it was so cold. So guys, the blower is now working. We got a new bonnet which actually locks now, and so far the project is going pretty well, and it hasn't cost me much either. And yeah guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and also stay tuned for the upcoming videos, because once we finish fixing the car, we're gonna start modifying it and doing all that crazy stuff. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace.